Today on the channel, move over, Santa. Krampus is in town.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another holiday unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got from NECA, we got the Giant Deluxe Krampus. But for all your Krampus needs and a whole lot more, hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Yes, 15%. Gotta get a deal over there. jaystoysandgames.com. That's exactly what I did. I picked up this Krampus over there. I was on the fence, then I saw it in stock. I saw it in their store, and I said, oh, here we go. It is the Christmas season. Now, maybe if this came out in like July, I'd say, I don't need that. But now you got the holidays around you. You got the kids. You got the carolers. Maybe not. You got snow, kinda. It just made you kind of a little itchy for a Christmas unboxing, and that leads us to today. However, I held strong. There is some clowns that go along with this one. You've probably seen those as well. I passed on those. I said, I'm good with just Krampus here, I think is what I'm going to do. And we saw this for the first time ever at San Diego Comic-Con 2024. Pretty blown away by the size. Also blown away about the price on this one, as it is an expensive figure, but it is a giant figure. You can see the box here, the size difference. Looking very, very cool. Now, this is based on the Krampus movie from 2015. They call it a horror comedy, and I watched it back in like 15, and I went into it thinking it was just a straight-up horror movie, but there was a lot of laughs, and there was name actors that I knew in it, so I was a little bit taken aback at first. It's definitely worth a watch, but it's not The Devil's Rejects, the greatest movie of all time, of course, but worth a watch, especially this time of year, I would say. And I would also say we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it, we're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's see what Krampus is up to here today. And there it is, old Krampus. Ready to go, ready to take the world by storm. Look at that creepy hand in the globe there. Looking very interesting. Very cool movie poster. Ultimate action figure of course. You better watch out is what it says there. Definitely better watch out over here. You got those demon horns and that scary face and the long beard. Now, when I think of Krampus, I think more of a monster. I don't think of Santa. We unboxed Krampus from Mythic Legions on the channel, of course, a year ago, 2 years ago. What is time? But check that review if you missed it. But this is more of a hybrid Santa Krampus is what it looks like to me. Krampus on the top here. Jibber Jabber on the bottom. And then, of course, in traditional NECA style fashion, we got the window box that opens up. And there it is. There's little Krampus himself. There's a little artwork there, a little action figure photography, more like it. But man, oh man, a big, big, big figure right here. And I'm going to try to get him out of the package. Like I said, I'm going to try. Can I get him out? Can I get this big, big guy out of here? Boy, oh boy. Oh my gosh, he smells like a China factory once again. Whoo, whoo. If I could just bottle that up as cologne, oh man. I'd be making it happen, that's for sure. But oh my gosh, makes your eyes water even a little bit there. So that is powerful. Now this is fresh. This is fresh. We know it's fresh right here. But we got him in the plastic prison, ready to go, and he's sandwiched in a plastic prison. Like I said, big, big figure right here. I'm going to take this offline. I'm going to get him out of the package, and we'll be back talking all things Krampus. All right, I got Krampus out of the package. Let's dive into it. There's a lot going on with this one, but at the same time, not a lot going on with this one, and I'll explain myself throughout this video. But there is a lot of different trinkets, bells, clips that you have to do and clip on Krampus. Now, you don't have to, and I'm actually looking at the instructions. I was very pleased that they put these instructions as accessory and chain placement guide, because there's tons of this stuff and it shows where it's supposed to go. However, it is a little bit difficult to interpret. I mean, they basically have the Krampus grayed out and they show what it is, but it's kind of hard to tell which is which, and I don't know if it necessarily really matters where the pieces go. I think you just clip them on wherever you really feel like on the chains here. That's probably what I'm going to do, and I'm actually thinking about just throwing a lot of this in a baggie, because it's going to wreck my brain if I lose one of these little accessory pieces, and I could see them falling off these chains very, very easy, so you got to be careful on that. We got extra hands, stuff like that, so I'm going to have to put a lot of this in a baggie anyways. Might as well put a lot of this stuff in there just to be safe, because I don't know, it does add a little pizzazz. Oh, everybody loves a little pizzazz, especially for the holidays, but I don't think it is totally necessary to have with this Krampus figure. So once again, your mileage may vary. Do it how you want to. They do give you a little bit of an instruction guide right here, but there is an awful lot of little pieces with this one here, so a little bit dangerous as well. You drop one of these, they go in the carpet, never to be seen again. Never to be seen again, that's what happens. So be careful on that one there. But let's dive into the accessories, and we'll dive into old Krampus here. Old Jolly Krampus, of course. Talked about that snow globe on the front of the package. We get that right here. So very cool with the creepy hands over it. You can reinterpret that snow globe scene right there if that is your thing. We also got a nice little box, and what's in the box? That's what we want to know. We got a little bit of, and once again, I saw this movie back when it came out about 10 years ago. I'm not sure exactly what this is. Is it a grenade? Is it a heart? Is it an Easter egg left over from Easter? I'm not sure, but it will fit in this box here. You got the nice lid on the box, one of those great accessories you could use with something else if you really wanted to. Lid goes on top of the box as well, so we do get that with old Krampus. Now we get down to the hands here. So pretty much all of these hands are splayed out hands. I mean, they all are. We got the big curled ones there. This is a good one here with the long finger with the long nail sticking out. Extra creepy. You think of a witch almost with that one there. You get the matching one, of course. And then we get another one. Why wouldn't we get more than one? Why do we get more than one? So we get the same hand twice, almost. I guess the hands are just a little different position. Very, very little differences between the two, but a little bit finger positioning different. And then we get more of a gripping hand, I guess we call it here. Very spider-like, creepy hands here. You got some of those gold rings throughout, the black nails against the gray skin tone color. Very creepy, very Krampus is what that is. So plenty of hands, but Krampus, there's one thing he's not going to do. He's not going to ball them up. He's not going to be throwing punches and bunches. He's not going to give you the 1-2, the bang-a-da-bang-a-da-bang. He's not going to do any of that kind of stuff. He doesn't need to, apparently. And if you don't need to, why do it, of course. Now we do get, and I played around with it for 2 seconds. I'll play with it a little bit more. We do get 2 long tongues here, and the tongues are bendy. So they got the little bendy holes in the back, so that is pretty cool. Choose your own tongue adventure. Krampus making Gene Simmons blush, making Gene Simmons just packing it in and retired. He's like, I can't beat that tongue. Krampus licking everybody, working the streets all day long with that one. So we got one with the bendy wire in it and one with just a little crink in it. And when I first saw this, I thought it was a little cane. I'm like, that's a very short cane, but it is a tongue. So you just pop that bad boy in to the mouth on Krampus here. But now we're diving into Krampus. So a lot of accessories. Krampus, however, really walking that line between statue and action figure. We've seen numerous times over the years from a lot of different properties. A good weight to Krampus right here. Almost looks like a troll or a gnome kind of when I look at it in my camera here. But of course, Krampus giving you some Santa vibes. Then you look a little bit closer and you're like, wait a minute. This isn't Santa. This isn't old Jolly Saint Nick. He does got the big red robe throughout. We got some stitching throughout on the robe, and then, of course, the chains that are all mixed in throughout him. Nice real chain throughout. You can hang all these things, choose your own adventure, or follow the instructions, as I said. Plenty of places to hang some of these chains. There's lockets. There's all kinds of stuff going on. Big flowing robe down here, all in hard plastic. I kind of wish this was hard plastic through here, and then just the bottom part could have been soft goods. I think that would have really gave it an extra cool feel to it. Maybe it would be too hard to mix around, I'm not sure. But I think that would have looked very, very nice. But this is a very worn robe, very dirty, very dingy, got stitches in it, all kinds of stuff. Very much nightmare fuel for all the little kids out there, of course. Now, diving into the front here, I guess we'll start with these little hands here. Of course, hands removable, typical like we NECA, plug and play. You got the long, long cuffs down here on this one, hanging all the way down. Very dirty, maybe even a little bit of blood mixed in there. Krampus doing his thing, of course. Extra, extra scary there. Then you go to the top here, and you got those goat-like horns there. Of course, just screaming Satan or screaming Krampus in this instance here. But big old nice horns. I will say those horns scare me a little bit. I could see those breaking off if you're not careful. If you ever drop this or you took a header off your shelf, I guarantee just a little pressure would snap those horns off. So, man, nothing worse than breaking an action figure. Be very careful touching these horns. I can feel it, and just looking at it right there, it would be a bad day at the office, especially my office, if that did break off. But you do got those horns there, and then you get to the head. So once again, you're feeling a little bit like Santa in here. You see the long gray beard. It's like, oh, it's little jolly Saint Nick. It's one Kris Kringle. Let me sit on his lap. You run up there, you jump, you hop in his lap, and it's the last mistake you'll ever make, because it's Krampus, and he's going to just suck your soul from your body. Got that big mouth open. You can just hear him yelling, screaming, sucking. Or put the tongue in there. He's going to lick little Johnny clean. That's what he's going to do. But man, big mouth. I will say, for being a crazy Krampus, he's got pretty good teeth. I will say that. I don't see any cavities, of course, and I'm a dentist in another life, as you guys know. He got a few braids in that beard as well. But his eyes, looks like somebody took the eyeballs out of his eyes, so extra scary there. You do get some movement in that head, a little side to side, a little up and down, but you're pretty limited by the cuff and the collar of the big robe there across. That is pretty limited for articulation. And articulation on the legs, nothing going on down here. He's basically just a weight, but you got the two hooves down here, of course. You got to have that with Krampus. Part goat, part Santa, all Krampus. That's what he is. On the front, you got the robe pattern going on, but you do get some movement on the arms, a little bit right there. There's no bicep cut anything, but a little side to side, or a little up and down, no side to side really on this one. You do get the hands removable back and forth, side to side, and then you do get a little bit of an elbow, a little side to side on that elbow, but not a lot to write home about. This is really more statue than action figure. Very ornate, very creepy, very scary, but will look good in a Christmas collection, and he'll come out probably once a year on my mantle for Christmas with the Gremlins and some of the Mythic Legion figures. But he is a very big boy, as you guys can see right here. Very heavy, a nice weight to him. So I don't anticipate, if you put him on a shelf, I doubt he's going to take a header unless you have an earthquake or something bad happens. So you shouldn't have to worry about these. I just wouldn't touch those horns if I was you. That's my hot tip recommendation there for Krampus. But man, oh man, is he big, bad, nationwide. Truly like a young Billy Gibbons right here. If Billy Gibbons played Santa, he'd be playing Krampus after all. But it does look really cool. I could see the price point scaring a lot of people away, though. So I'm guessing this is pretty limited. This is one of those ones 10 years from now. It's going to be like $400. Unless NECA re-releases it every year. I guess we'll see what happens there. But this is one of those ones I don't see ever going to retail, because a $100 price point or so, it's just too much for the average Joe. This is definitely a focused collection, a collector to pick this one up. And I'm guessing NECA didn't make a ton of these. So if you're after this, man, oh man, you better probably pick it up right now. Like I said, Jay's, you can save $15 basically right off the bat if you use my code over there. And they got some. I was in their warehouse today, so they definitely have a few of these sitting around. But man, oh man, this is a good looking Krampus figure. For what it is, it's a big beefy one, and I use the figure term loosely. It's more of a statue to me, but it is cool. It's one of those great holiday displays you can bring in and out. Not sure you want this in the front center of your display, once again, in like July and summertime. Might be a little strange, but it's your collection. Do what you want. That's what I'm going to say there. But there it is. That is the NECA Ultimate Krampus. Be interested to hear your thoughts on this one. Did you enjoy the Krampus movie? Were you all in on the Krampus tale? Let me know in the comments down below, and let me know if you're picking this one up. Like I said, there's the two clowns that go with this one. I just didn't need those for my collection. I felt Krampus was good enough for me, but maybe you want those Der Clowns? Pick them up. I think they're German. They've got to be nice people, right? You tell me. But once again, sound off in the comments about your Krampus figure, and if you're picking on this Krampus, or you're planning on picking up this Krampus, how about maybe he's under the Christmas tree for you this year? You never know. You never know. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and my other YouTube channel. More videos every single day between the two channels. The hardest working man on YouTube. Like a young James Brown, just white and a lot younger. That's what I am. But of course, check out the Patreon for all the videos from both channels. They do funnel up there, and you do get early access to all of those over there as well. ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, pick up a t-shirt. SirPaul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for Krampus, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.